Stand by for manual transmission in 3, 2, 1.
This episode of the Mando Dextralorian is brought to you by
Stuckey's Galactic. For more than 14 centuries the name Stuckey's has been synonymous with the highest quality hospitality and service for the weary earthbound traveler. Now, we bring that same tradition to the cosmos with Stuckey's Galactic. Currently located about 1 light second from the only hazardous resource extraction site in LP 932-12. Come for the rearm, repair, and refuel services. Try the galaxy's finest pecan log cartridges, and stay a while to enjoy the cleanest restrooms in the universe. And remember, every 1000th customer gets a free anaconda. For Stuckey's Galactic, I'm Barry Allen and I'll keep a landing pad open for you. Fly safe, commanders. Fly to Stuckey's Galactic. All the cool commanders are doing it.
dun 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 dun. 07 Commanders, Nuggets, and Empty Triangles. Mando Dexter here, and today we're going to rap about PowerPlay and why bounty hunters should be doing it. Now, I know PowerPlay has a bad reputation in some circles, but if you're doing it right, it's actually a bit of fun. The worst thing about PowerPlay is that it's time-consuming in the worst way possible. Most guides will tell you something like, sign up for the power you want, then don't do anything for 3 weeks. On your 3rd week, come back and earn 750 merits by hauling freight to certain star systems just before your 4th week begins. Then wait until you're promoted to level 3 on your 4th week, claim your PowerPlay module, and quit PowerPlay. Yeesh. Now that might be the right thing to do if you're only interested in PowerPlay modules like prismatic shields or imperial hammers and such, but if you're a bounty hunter and like me, you're trying to make all of your money having fun and doing combat, well then Zachary Hudson has a lot more to offer. Hudson's special module is the Pacifier, a variant of the frag cannon offered as a reward for a month of service if you earn 750 merits on that 3rd week. You may or may not be interested in this. I got mine just a few days ago and mounted them on my Vulture. They have a longer range and a tighter spread than normal frags, and they work pretty well against medium and large ships, but they can be a bit more challenging for small, fast targets. Right now, I'm not sure if I like them better than regular fixed frags or not. But what I totally love about being pledged to Hudson is that when I turn in bounties in Hudson-controlled or exploited star systems, I get a 20 to 50% bonus on those bounties depending on Hudson's PowerPlay rank for the week. As I'm recording this, Hudson is in 3rd place, so his bounty bonus is 30%. You can start getting this bonus in your 2nd week, and you only need to earn 100 merits during your 1st week to get it.
Holy shit, Manus, that's incredible.
Yep, but it gets even better. If you also stack Pirate Massacre Missions on top of the bounty bonus, you can make even more money, and I'm going to show you how.
Oh my god. Manus, you're a genius. Everyone, stand by for an incoming wisdom bomb.
So here's the step-by-step. First, go to Galactic Powers in your right side panel and pledge to Hudson. Now there are a lot of player organizations that take PowerPlay a lot more seriously than I do. They have discords and squadrons and such to coordinate efforts. That's not really my cup of tea, but if you like that sort of thing, you can probably find some folks to play with here. Regardless, if you like bounty bonuses, you will want to work for the cause to keep Hudson high in the Galactic Power standings. Which brings us to step 2. Go to the Elite Hudson Reddit. Check the description for a link, and while you're there, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Elite Dangerous content. It only takes a moment, but it really helps your old Uncle Manus to see his enemies driven before him as he listens to the lamentations of their women. Once you get to the Hudson Reddit, look for the Weekly Cycle Priorities post. Under combat operations, you should see two categories, undermining and expansion. As I'm recording this, there's no expansion priority, but for undermining, it says oppose Torval's expansion in the Velians system. Again, these priorities will change weekly, so if you're watching this in the future, you'll need to check the Reddit post for updated info. But now that we know where to go, on to step 3. This week we're undermining Torval's expansion attempt in Velians. There are actually 2 ways to earn merits via PowerPlay combat. The first involves flying around the system in supercruise looking for enemy agents. Just look for their PowerPlay affiliation. For this to work, you'll need an FSD interdictor. I'm using a 1A on the Badass Mother Fragger, and it seems to work just fine. Also remember, PowerPlay combat is always PvE. If you attack another player pledged to your rival power, you won't earn merits, but you will get a bounty and notoriety. Enemy agents that you interdict and destroy are worth 30 merits each. On the downside, you will get a 10,000 credit bounty from the opposing power for this, but you won't get any notoriety. While you're in enemy space, these bounties will actually cause NPCs from the opposing power to hunt you, making earning merits even easier since potential targets will be coming to you. The second method for earning merits via combat involves special PowerPlay conflict zones. You can find these when fighting against powers that expand via combat. They'll be labeled something like military strike, crime sweep, etc., depending on where you are. Otherwise, they work just like any other conflict zone. You enter the zone, pick your side, and start blasting. You'll have many more targets here, and you won't get any sort of bounty, but these targets are only worth 10 merits each. A few things to remember about merits. You'll need to check your left side panel to keep track of the merits you've earned. And keep in mind, merits are like bounties in that you'll lose them if you get killed before you cash them in. Which brings us to step 4, redeeming PowerPlay bonds for merits. To do this, you'll need to go to a Hudson-controlled system. If you're planning to bounty hunt for Hudson, I'd suggest using Elite 868. Just go to a station and access the PowerPlay rep under Contacts. Another thing to keep in mind is that you will lose half your merits each week. This means if you earn 100 merits the first week, you'll be promoted to rating level 2 at the start of your second week. This is where you start getting bonuses for bounty hunting. In order to maintain your rating and keep the bonus, you'll need to earn 50 merits per week. But that's only 5 kills in a PowerPlay conflict zone, or 2 kills if you interdict them yourself. As far as I can see, that's still a pretty good deal considering the 20 to 50% boost you'll get to bounties when bounty hunting. To earn level 3 in your third week, needed to access the Pacifier frag cannon, you'll need to earn 750 merits total. This is 75 kills in a conflict zone, or 25 kills interdicting enemy targets as previously described. I'd suggest doing this once and loading up on pacifiers, which you can purchase at any station with outfitting. After that, you can drop back down to level 2 and still keep the bounty hunting bonus. Which brings us to step 5. Elite 868 is a great place to stack Pirate Massacre Missions. The way this works is, you look for massacre missions targeting the same pirate faction in the same system issued by different factions. Then you go pirate hunting, and each kill will give you credit toward finishing all the missions concurrently. In Elite 868, there are 6 different Federation factions that will issue massacre missions for the LP 932-12 Society in LP 932-12 star system. Checking the mission boards at Baconport and McLean Terminal in Elite 868, I'm usually able to find 3 to 5 missions to stack. Once you become allied with these factions, you can make better than 100 million credits per hour this way. And since LP 932-12 is a Hudson system as well, you'll get a bounty bonus as long as you maintain level 2 PowerPlay ratings. One last note on Pirate Massacre Missions. You can find your targets at mission target signal sources. Here you'll find a bunch of pirates just milling around. You can target and engage these one by one, and the rest will just keep milling around, politely waiting for their turn to get blasted. That's probably the fastest way to get these missions done, but for me it's a bit too much like shooting fish in a barrel. So I prefer to just find my mission targets at the local Haz-Res, bounty hunting as usual. That's a bit more fun and challenging for me. In the next episode, we'll finally get to that long-promised Crate Mark II Bounty Hunter build. Until then...
You will now be released from manual control. Mr. Dextra thanks you for your cooperation. You will now be released from manual control. Mr. Dextra thanks you for your cooperation.